Let's try this again. Welcome back to Victoria 3. We are at war with Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. And the game crashed right as we were attempting to launch our naval invasion. There's still about 38 days left on that. I'm going to click. I mean, you got to click on him somehow. This is the first time I've ever had him crash from clicking on a commander from the outliner. We talked several episodes ago about the crash that can be caused by clicking on commanders from this screen, which has happened to me 2 or 3 times. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. I also, in the meantime, learned, I was like, we didn't get a prompt about purchasing Alaska, so I was like, well, how do you do that? It's over here in the Decisions tab, and you have to own all of Washington, not be in default, not taking loans, be at peace, which we are currently not, have a GDP of over 60 million, have relations with Russia be greater than or equal to 20. We're going to come to that in a second. Russia must be at peace, which they are not, and they must be in default or taking loans, which they are. Who are they at war with? They're at war with Prussia. Along with France. Prussia's at war with Russia and France. And Denmark. All over Schleswig-Holstein. Prussia's getting their ass kicked. Dude, Russia's so bad in this game. I mean, like, I understand they had a lot of problems, but I feel like Russia is way too weak and Austria is way too strong in the hands of the AI. Like, it does not... Again, I'm a big... You should not try to recreate historic situations. This is a sandbox video game, not a history simulator. But yeah, Russia... I've never seen AI Russia be anything other than a pushover in this game. But anyway, our relations with Russia are currently minus 73. I have no idea why it's that low. So I'm improving relations with them. It's going to take a while. Maybe we can eventually... We could... I don't want to pay off their debt, because then they wouldn't be in debt. But I'm hoping they're going to stay in debt. They are rivaled with Prussia. We'll got to take advantage of some way. Maybe we could get like a defensive pact with them at some point to try to stop Prussia or Austria from eating them, and also to try to bolster our relationship that much faster, because it's going to take a while. We got to improve our relations by almost 100 to be able to purchase Alaska. Other than that, let's go ahead and unpause and try this again. At first I was like, oh, we want to make sure we don't capitulate Mexico too fast. Excuse me, we want to make sure we don't capitulate Guatemala too fast before we can make Mexico fall. But I forgot, the way the war system works in this game, that doesn't really matter. All 3 countries are negotiating parties, so if one capitulates, the others will stay in the war, because I have war goals on all 3 of them. So it's very convenient that we did it that way. We have about a little over a year left on our construction queue, and we can go ahead and burn through some more of this. We have a railway going up in DC, which is bad because we don't have anyone to staff it. Don't do that. I'm glad I caught that. Inefficient agriculture in eastern New Guinea? Sure. I mean, there's like 6 people there because I literally have a single territory, or a single province. There's 20,000 people there, but whatever. We are crushing over here and right there. This war, or this is... What's going on? I forgot we were over at the Mosquito Kingdom. Oh no. How do I want to do this? Okay, the Mosquito Kingdom... I'm going to do this. I'm going to push down this way because you don't have any troops. I should be able to conquer the whole thing, hopefully before you get over here. And even if you get over here, I'll have this coastline. So I'm not going to get pushed out like we did in Zulu. And yeah, my guys are already back over here. We're fine. Gold Rush in the South Island. Cool. Let's do that. Honduras will definitely be the first to fall here. 10 dead versus 90 for them. Yeah, Honduras is already about to capitulate. Maybe 1 to 2 more battles, and they will be donezo. Look at our flag, by the way. Beautiful. I'm too lazy to count that up, I think. Mosquito Kingdom capitulated, but that's... I mean, we didn't have any war goals on them, but sure. They're now out of the war. Ooh, Rubber Rush. Lots of Rubber Rush. In Western New Guinea, I don't really understand the purpose of this event. You can either, discover resources in rubber plantations of American Western New Guinea, or in the whole state. I don't really understand the difference. Like, if you do it in just Western New Guinea versus American Western New Guinea, do you get more? Because otherwise, why wouldn't you just take... This place seems to be the most effective. Because if you get the same amount either way, especially in a place where you have other powers colonizing, although no one's colonizing Western New Guinea, I'm just going to say this place seems to be most effective. This is the same thing. This place seems to be most effective. Now, if it's in Gabon, a place we control entirely, Luango Gabon or our Gabon? We'll go for our Gabon. Again, I don't know why you would ever not take this. So now, let's get some rubber going. Am I losing it? Rubber. Is the game tricking me? What do you mean? Tobacco, tea, sugar, dye, cotton, coffee, banana, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Gabon. So why was it not showing up when I clicked on this? Oh, because I'm looking in the wrong area. Because it's up in resources, not in agriculture. Let's go ahead and pop 5 of you bad boys down. It's also, what would consume rubber? This is what I want. Motor industries, electric industries, to produce telephones, barracks, to do bicycle things, I think. So yeah, it's actually not super important that we get this going immediately. I'll just do like 2. Although we could export it, I guess. Mexico, oh my god. have some self-respect, man. Locustrine Bantu people are moving to the South Island. Oh, we just got those gold fields, so that makes sense. Mexico is actually going to capitulate before Guatemala, I think. That's hilarious. There goes Honduras. Welcome to the club. It's so funny that we were able to bait Mexico like this. I mean, yeah, it's just a disaster, dude. Let's look at the... I bet we have a lot... We probably have more casualties because of attrition. Yeah, we have 28,000 attrition dead. Less than 1,000 from battle. Only 4,000 wounded in battle versus Mexico has 3,000 dead from battle. Guatemala has just under 1,000. Mexico has 11,000 wounded. Guatemala has 2,000. Honduras, they're not in here. I've complained about this in the past. Stats like completely disappear from the game once a war ends. I don't like that. Mexico is at... Yeah, they're going to capitulate before Guatemala. Very funny. Yep, there they go. Look at all those states. Very funny. This is going to take 5 years, but that's fine. We're going to have to go over the buildings at each one to make sure they're doing things correctly. Of course they're not. A university, though. Interesting. That's all fine. Fishing wharves we're going to take a look at in a second. You have a university. You're pumping out universities. Slaughterhouses, my man. What are you doing? Cotton, sure. Sonora. What do you... Use your gold mines, man! What are you doing? You have nothing in Sonora. You literally don't have anything. Okay. Let's get those gold mines out immediately, by the way. And then I want to look at the fishing in here, because I don't actually know what we're using on all the rest of ours. I imagine we're using the most advanced, or at least fishing trawlers. Probably not steam trawlers, because I'm not making steamers. So we'll do fishing trawlers. And we can switch you over to publicly owned. We can switch you over to publicly owned. You. Go ahead and pause, by the way. The independent artists. I would rather have academics than aristocrats. Academics or capitalists? I think I'd rather have academics. They're more likely to support the people I want in charge at the end of the game. We are good to go. Almost. There we go. North Italian people are moving to Virginia. Guatemala is about to capitulate. There they go. And all of a sudden, Costa Rica is having a civil war. And I mean... Nah, I'm not going to get involved unless you're going to become a puppet, and you're never going to offer me that. So, wait. No, dude. I've had this bug before. So Guatemala capitulated. Oh wait, no, never mind. It changed. Okay, we're good. Sometimes you just have to let the game click or go, or just click on something for a little bit. So yeah, you've dropped all the way down to insignificant power. My population jumped considerably here. What is the population of these states? 251k, 151k, 60k, 80k. Actually, I'm very surprised there's more people in Baja California than in Sonora. I don't know, like, today what the relative populations are, but I would guess there's more people in Sonora. I don't know, this is, like, attached to Southern California versus, like, the Arizona desert, but I don't know. I just always think of Baja California as, like, being empty, which is just my ignorance showing, I guess. Ironclad's closed? Oh, that must have been a journal entry that expired. Speaking of which, let's, I guess we could still do this, because there's still, one thing left. Get in there, Isaac. We need to have an urban center greater than 20. New York would probably be the job, or the place for that. Yeah. We're, I mean, it's not particularly close, but it's not super far away either. Then we can get a skyscraper site. And then we could survey the Panama Isthmus, but the Panama Canal... No, canals honestly kind of suck. They're good for... I'll explain them in a minute. That's fine. So they're good if you have a global shipping network, which we do. So they could reduce the amount of convoys we need. Other than that, they just produce prestige, and we don't need prestige. When the Earth opened its mouth, we've had this before... We literally just had this 5 seconds ago. In grave danger already? Eat shit. Alright, that's probably gonna fail. New quest. Hunting must be prioritized. We don't have a baby, but we can still lose peril, assuming this goes the way I think it should. I want this. You tell me we don't have a declared interest in Canada? That's gonna change. I mean, like, there's not really any reason to, other than, like, it just makes sense. Glass is still expensive. Even after we built all those glass works, that's kind of surprising. And kind of disturbing, honestly. Lead. Oh, that makes sense, because we skyrocketed glass without introducing more lead. So let's go, like... Arkansas, I want, because you need jobs. This is like all we're using you for. And then we could maybe get like 4 more in Kansas and Missouri. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of those. Even though this is all going to be gone in a year, I want to reduce the peril. An explorer's life for me, bro. Let's do this. A stop on the way. Perfect place to build a fort. Alright. Reached medium peril. Bro, weren't we just at low peril? I'm so confused. These expeditions are so weird. Swollen river, better to be safe. We've seen all these so many times. The rural folk have expressed their concern You're unhappy. You're very happy. I'm fine with that neutral swap. I can already support more declared interests. Let's go Southeast Asia, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Bro, are you dead ass? I didn't realize. Okay. This is Brunei. Don't care. Didn't ask. But you're Brunei. Let's get in some progress. Partisan papers. Plus 10% momentum or paper. Yeah, just give me the throughput. Don't need the prestige, I just want the progress, man. We're gonna lose La Plata. Whatever. We're about to gain them back because our shipyard, or our naval bases, are going to dramatically increase the number of interests that we can hold. Which is why I was shocked that it was going up so I guess we got land here, so we didn't have to declare interest there. That's probably why some of them got cleared out. Croatians are moving to Montana. Also, we never looked at Idaho. I just looked at Washington and Oregon. Idaho has 500,000 people. What do you mean? I mean, we've basically looked this because we looked through the main building menu. Bear sighted, better to be safe. I've never not gotten a fight even when choosing better to be safe. We can use Steam Donkey for our mines, which I'm not going to do at least unless we're in a state where we don't have very much excess population. Logging camps, same thing. It just uses coals and engines instead of people. How are our colonies doing? Still moving incredibly slowly. We have a free government reform. We could bring in the intelligentsia, which I think I will probably do. Why are you so low? I'm so... because we have... oh, we still don't have you, because you're still unhappy. But you can come in when you're unhappy, can't you? I think I would do something like that, yeah. Now. Proportional taxation. Yes. Instant yes. We gotta increase our construction capacity. We're making money, which is not necessarily a good thing. Let's get like 5 more here, and then like we're just gonna go by population. That's a lot. That's actually probably way too much. We'll start with 10. Now I don't even know how many I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then see how that affects things. These build extremely quickly. A general has died. I'm glad I caught that. Eugene Thompson has died. He was actually... he wasn't even that old. He was 61. So we got to replace him, but first I want to make sure I don't forget to check this. Because this is going to... now they're going to have to get employees, so it's going to take a second for this number to change. But we should start losing money. Not like go in the negatives, but just our money should go down. Also, we have our gantry ports now. So, actually before I even do this, we're going to switch over a bunch of things. We're going to switch ports to industrial ports. Which is going to cost money, but that's okay. And now they're going to want steamers and coal. So we're going to increase coal production. Why are you so expensive? Because you don't have market access. What's your market access? I think 1 dab will do you. I guess we're building all of these, by the way, because they're already under construction and they're only going to take a few weeks and I'm too lazy to wait. So now we're going to go back over here. We're going to switch naval bases to ironclads. We're going to switch to the Genet coal. We're going to switch shipyards to steamships. And publicly traded. And we're going to switch one of you, probably Massachusetts, because you're in the middle, to military shipbuilding. And then we're going to wait and see how that affects. We might have to import clippers or like build a couple of shipyards to stay on clippers. Now over here, where are we going to go? We were working on electric telegraph. I'm not opposed to that, but I want to check malaria prevention first. 5 years. 5 years. Is it worth it? I don't think it is, because we can work on other things and then it will still, malaria will still go down. It's not like we have to tank the 5 years. So, let's say... I mean, the population cost modifier, what are we, we're spending 1,039 on population, so we would get an extra, what, 50 bureaucracy? Kind of lame, actually. I think I'm going to go back to this. Just because I really want to get the trench warfare. But also, like, are we going to be militarily challenged? I don't think so. So maybe I should just, like, focus on the economy. Don't care about automation. Although tractors are cool, but I don't care about automation. I don't care about automation. Oh, wait, actually, no, this is, like, anti-automation. Even though it is it literally has the word automatic in it. It increases employment. Alright, I'm between pump jacks, electrical capacitors, shift work, or vulcanization. Unlocks elastics. I think I'm going to go for vulcanization, because then we could use bicycle messengers, which will give our rubber plants something to sell to. We will take care of the baby, obviously. How are you done, by the way? You're getting worked on as we speak. So we're going to wait and see how that goes. We have to conscript more. Lots of Kazakhs are moving to the South Island. Very natural thing to happen, of course. Yeah, rubber is very cheap because no one is using it for anything. So, that's not super surprising. God, look at this beautiful... Look at these natural borders. Do you have any more defensive packs I could take advantage of? You have a defensive pack with Nicaragua. Now, I'm over 50. And I imagine... I don't think there's a way to tell how much infamy you would get for taking a state if you have a truce. Maybe if I go through this way. Yes, okay, 27.5 infamy from Mexico. What about puppeting? 70 infamy. So I could burn all of my current infamy down to 0. Then I puppet Nicaragua, and in doing so, puppet Mexico. But I think puppeting Mexico is dumb, because then I'm just going to have to annex them later, and that means I'm going to have to basically pay infamy twice, because then I'm going to have to pay infamy to annex them. So I think I'm just going to conquer them normally. Now, we have unused construction. Of course we do. Okay, well, with all of this money still coming in, I mean, this is absurd. Like, we're literally never going to be able to use all of our money. I guess we could put... It just feels weird to have construction centers in South Cameroon, but we have a lot of people there, so why not? That's not what I meant to do. Go to Washington and cancel one. Excuse me. What? Am I losing it? Washington 5+1. Oh, it's not up here. It's down here. Sorry. I was like, it's an urban building. Alright, after that, we're going to look at our market. Glass is still hella expensive. So... do that. And then, we could also work on this, but we don't have oil yet, so I can't really count on that. Current expedition, cool. Temporary embarrassment. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing proportional taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. Of course, every American thinks they're a temporarily embarrassed millionaire, or whatever the saying is. Sway them with a tax cut. For 2 years, sure. It's not like we're not... It's not like we don't have £14 million in the bank on top of what we're making. All right, so we finally have made a dent in our income here. Bad news. His fiance... So, like, years ago on an expedition, he found out his wife cheated on him. Now his fiance has died. Let's gain some minor peril. Son of a bitch. That's my fault. We go again. Isaac Hole. He's spent 15 years... When he's not navally invading Honduras, he's charting the frontier. What a legend. I want proportional taxation, please. Even though we have too much money, it's actually like we're gonna make even more money, which is bad, but it's good because it helps our poor people. And also, by the way, look at this glorious standard of living. Look at Arkansas. What is Arkansas' standard of living? 19.3. Where does that rank? Highest standard of living's. This map mode doesn't work sometimes. See, why is that not staying there? I want. Like, if I go to GDP, well, that's not working either. Is that like a bug? Where do I... Well, first of all, what could we release? We could release New Africa. We could release Louisiana, Cherokee, Pueblo, New Zealand, Rio Grande, New Zealand. Haudenosaunee? Texas, Michigan, California, Desiree, Oregon, and the Indian Territory. Maybe at the very end of the game, we'll release everything we can. Is there a way... I don't think there is, which is annoying. Normally, if you click on this, you can see it's like appearing and immediately disappearing. Oh, I guess I can just do this. I'm dumb. No, but this only shows it by country. There's a way to show it by state. So you can see we're like... I'm not going to do the math. Somewhere between 15th and 20th highest in standard of living. And if we look at the great powers... Or let's go by prestige. We're... solidly ahead of just about everyone outside of Scandinavia and Great Britain and France and Belgium. Yeah, normally if you click on standard of living... Well, now it's doing it. Okay. British Columbia has the highest standard of living in the world. South Carolina is number 3. Massachusetts and Arkansas are in the top 10 as well. New York is up there. Virginia is up there. New Jersey's up there. What if I did GDP? Probably not going to be quite as good for us. Yeah, Britain is destroying that. In my Austria campaign, I am destroying it. Well, I'm helped out by the fact that Britain has been in a permanent civil war for like 20 years, so their economy... Great Britain has a GDP of about £5 million in like the late 1860s, early 1870s in my Austria campaign. It's very funny. But Venice is the #1 GDP state in the world. It has a GDP of right around 20 million. And then I have several others in the top 10. But our highest is Ohio, 12.8 million. Pennsylvania is up there as well. Kentucky, very interesting. Now, if we look at all these null states, I don't know if this is a bug or like states that don't exist or something, but well, actually, I guess, yeah, DC. Okay, they actually have a GDP now. They used to not have a GDP. They're up to $15,000 in GDP. You have... Oh, you still have... Okay, never mind. I keep confusing this for unemployed and peasants. So we still can't employ anyone else here. Very annoying. By the way, how long is this episode at? 30 minutes. Perfect timing. So yeah, we are... Oh my god. Look at all of this stuff we're building, and we still have unused construction. Conquer Prussian Schleswig-Holstein. Prussia beat France and Russia and Denmark in a war. That is crazy. But they didn't take... Wait. What? What? I'm confused. So it's a split state? Was it already split, I guess? So Prussian Schleswig-Holstein must have been a puppet that they had up here, and they annexed it. Or something. But, like, regular Schleswig-Holstein... the more I say it, the more I can't say it. Schleswig? Schleswig. I've always said Schleswig, but I actually, now that I look at it, I think it wouldn't it just be Schleswig? Schleswig-Holstein? Whatever. Okay. We have so many interests. Everything's going so well. Let's look at our flotillas and stuff, by the way. Let's get... We don't need that. Let's do something like... If you attack Russia, I want to know about it. You know what I mean? I kind of like the idea of having an alliance with Russia. Just this, like, gargantuan tract of land covering over half the Earth working together. Yeah. So I'm going to declare an interest in Dnipro. Actually, no. I'm going to declare an interest in Poland. That way, if they try to take something over here, I'll know about it. Oh my god. we can have two more. In that case, I'll take Egypt and La Plata. Construction and 7 flotillas in reserve. Oh, we also had a general die. This is all stuff I should be taking care of at the next episode. Pacific Coast. Go ahead. Congo. You're an alcoholic, that was the problem. No, we'll go with this guy. And then generals. We need a Midwest general. Thomas Jackson or James Longstreet. We have kidney stones, so definitely not you. Pacific Coast. You have kidney stones, so we'll go for the petite bourgeoisie guy. And Indonesia, do we need a general in Indonesia? Not at the moment. We definitely don't. So we'll build up, now that we passed professional army quite a while ago, we could build up our barracks quite a bit. That would be another way to eat some of our money. In fact, let's at least go to, like, that. We'll just go down the line. I'll give you 5 as well. Okay, so that's actually gonna like double the size. Well, not really, but it's gonna like at least increase it by like 50 to 70%. I didn't count how many that was, but I had to imagine that's 10 to 15 states times 5. Anyway, that's enough for this episode. We're kind of like the snowball is officially too large to be stopped. Our economy is too good. Our GDP is too good. We have too many people. We've conquered too much land. I don't see a reason we can't get the Star Swarmed Banner achievement if we actually try. I mean, it's not like we haven't been trying, but it's not like I'm going all out, sweating, min-maxing, like conquering all the land. Like I could, if I really wanted to, I could have conquered so much of the Caribbean and South America by now. I'm just kind of ignoring it because I just think it's fun to like explain what I'm doing a little bit and focus on what's going on, and trying to check in on the rest of the world every now and then. Qing is still intact. Colony is slowly but surely coming along. Hopefully, after we finish Balkanization, we can finally get malaria prevention. We'll see. Anyway, this video's gone on long enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please, 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 excuse me. I did not even see this name. My bruv, you're only 49 in 1869? When were you born in real life? I guess maybe that checks out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying this content, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.